Alex was a quiet young man who lived in a small town. Since childhood, he had always been shy, avoiding the spotlight and staying in the background. He never raised his hand in class, even if he knew the answer, and he preferred to stay out of group activities. Although Alex had many talents, he was an excellent guitarist, loved writing poetry, and had a natural charm. He always kept these things to himself because he feared judgment and rejection. One day, the school announced a talent show. Everyone was buzzing with excitement, and many students eagerly signed up to perform. Alex, however, felt a mixture of excitement and dread. He had always dreamed of playing his guitar and singing in front of an audience, but the thought of performing on stage terrified him. What if they don't like me, he thought. What if I mess up? His best friend Jake noticed Alex's hesitation and encouraged him. Alex, you've got an amazing voice and skills. You should perform. People need to see what you can do. But Alex remained doubtful. He couldn't imagine standing in front of so many people, all eyes on him. The day of the talent show arrived, and Alex watched as his classmates performed with ease. They sang, danced, and performed, while he stayed in the shadows feeling small. But deep inside, he knew he had to take the step. When his name was called, Alex felt a rush of fear. He stood backstage, his hands shaking, his heart pounding. The negative thoughts flooded his mind. I'm not good enough. I'll make a fool of myself. But just before he stepped onto the stage, Jake gave him a reassuring smile and whispered, "Just focus on the music. Forget about the crowd. This is your moment." With one final deep breath, Alex stepped into the spotlight. For a moment, he froze. But then, he took another breath, adjusted his guitar, and began to play. His fingers trembled at first, but as the melody flowed, so did his confidence. The more he played, the more he realized that his fear of being judged was nothing compared to the joy of doing what he loved. By the time Alex finished his performance, the entire auditorium was silent. Then, the room erupted in applause. Alex couldn't believe it. The audience wasn't laughing at him, they were cheering him on. In that moment, he realized that his shyness had been something he had created in his mind. Once he let go of that fear, he had unlocked a whole new world of possibilities. From that day forward, Alex's confidence grew. He began to raise his hand in class, volunteered for group projects, and even started performing at local events. He no longer let his shyness control him. Instead, he used it as motivation to take risks and step out of his comfort zone. Moral of the story: shyness is a barrier many of us create in our minds. But once we face it head-on, we realize it's not as powerful as we think. Just like Alex, when we take that first step beyond our fear, we unlock a world full of opportunities and discover our true potential.